Catherine Hadro, host and managing editor of EWTN Pro-Life Weekly, joins me now on Skype. Catherine, thanks so much for coming on. Always great to get your perspective. So what's your reaction to this wave of pro-life women winning election to the U.S. House?
Hi, Tracy. This is significant and it's exciting. We now have 17 new pro-life women who have been elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. And in at least 8 of those races, those pro-life women flip the seats in their districts. This is what I think it tells us. Americans are largely rejecting the extreme abortion message that we're seeing within the Democratic Party. And it's not isolated to just one region. We saw these wins across the U.S. map, in California, to Oklahoma, to New York. It is a massive repudiation of the lie that to be pro-woman, you have to be pro-abortion. That is not the truth. And we now have 17 new pro-life women who can be ambassadors for the truth on life in Capitol Hill.
Yeah, it is incredible. As we know, Democrats still have control of the House. What political that is, consequences will these wins hold?
As you said, Democrats do still hold a majority in the House of Representatives, and Eric said it right. It's only a thin majority right now, though. And so it's an open secret. Democrats are grappling and debating about what went wrong for them this election day. And I think they'd be smart to realize they cannot politically afford to advance extreme abortion legislation when they've been handed this pro-life mandate from the American people based on all these pro-life wins in the House of Representatives. But Tracy, as you and Tim Carney were just speaking about the other minute, all eyes really are on the Senate right now and those 2 runoff elections when it comes to defending life at the congressional level, because whoever wins those 2 races, that determines who holds a majority in the Senate. And if Democrats win, there would not be that check on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's abortion agenda. Senator Steve Daines, who chairs the Senate Pro-Life Caucus, told it to me this way: we've got to get the pro-life voters out in Georgia because life is on the ballot.
Indeed. Well, Catherine, as you know, this week marked the fall meeting of the U.S. Bishops' Conference. What have we heard from the U.S. bishops on life since Election Day?
That's absolutely right. This week was the largest annual gathering of the U.S. bishops. They met virtually. And Tracy, it was in closing remarks during the public session that the president of the U.S. bishops, Archbishop Jose Gomez of Los Angeles, spoke clearly on President-elect Joe Biden and his support for abortion. Gomez expressed concern that Biden, who is Catholic, said he wants to repeal the Hyde Amendment and to preserve Roe v. Wade. Gomez says that this undermines the bishop's preeminent priority to eliminate abortion in the United States, and it confuses faithful Catholics about what the church actually teaches on life. So, Tracy, just this week, those comments from the president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops might mark the beginning of a contentious relationship between a projected Biden-Harris administration and the U.S. bishops.
Well, Catherine, before we let you go, any final thoughts?
You know, Tracy, I think we're all just kind of holding our breath and waiting to see what happens in Georgia. That really will be huge there. We're going to see a lot of coverage, a lot of attention there. And I think we just have to, be patient and see what happens. It's hard to kind of predict what 2021 is going to bring when it comes to the pro-life strategy until we see who holds a majority in the Senate and when this election gets clarified and we see who's inaugurated in January.
Well, Catherine, always great to have you on. Thank you so much. And a reminder that you can watch EWTN Pro-Life Weekly Thursdays at 10 p.m. So make sure you tune in right here, and for other airing times, visit EWTN.com.